Alright, so I do have some pretty cool settings for you guys who are watching anime, Japanese anime, and I know there's a lot of you out there who do watch Japanese anime. I happen to be one of them. Uh, I do watch Japanese anime. It's just that, you didn't know until now. So let me show you what settings I'm using on Samsung Q8FN in terms of my own anime user settings. I will have a separate video for the OLED in terms of what I use for there. Let me just tell you that my preference, it's always OLED when it comes to watching anime. It just looks a billion times better on the OLED. But this is Samsung. This is Samsung Q8FN, and these settings that I'm going to show you will work with Q8, Q9, and even Q7 and Q6. So let's go ahead. Let's jump right into this, shall we? All right. So first thing first, let's go to the settings. I'm using a natural mode. Now you're gonna say, well, why are you using a natural mode? Well, first of all, I'm not using a natural mode because I enjoy their original presets. I'm using only reason why I'm using natural mode, it's because I ran out of presets. All the other presets that I used are already occupied for my other devices that I'm using for this television. So the only left presets I had was the natural one. But everything else, it's my custom settings. When you scroll down to the expert settings, it's gonna be all custom. Alright, so first thing first, you're gonna say, wow, backlit at 36? Yes. I moved my backlit at 36 because, first of all, this is not high dynamic range. Okay, and there's no reason for you to be blasting that backlit and that contrast all the way high. Okay, that's number one. Number two is the sharpness. I left the sharpness at 10 because I like to have that balanced, sharp image detail, especially if I'm watching something that's being upscaled to 4K with a 1080p source. Remember the contrast, I left the contrast at 43 because I felt that there's no reason for me to be blasting and clipping my white digital levels onto a content that doesn't even support HDR. Peak brightness, it's only useful if you're watching HDR or if you're in a very lit up room, like an arena lit up room. Okay, so remember, contrast 43, backlit 36. Brightness, you can leave it at 0. Sharpness at 10. Color at 25. Honestly, guys, this television has an excellent color gamut. Okay, DCI-P3, it's like 97%. So you're getting the best possible color accuracy here. So you really don't need to mess around with the color. Leave the color on the 25 in the middle. Okay, let's go to the digital clean view. Guys, digital clean view, I always keep this on automatic. So when I'm watching a digital scrambled cable networks, this will automatically adjust that digital scrambled signal. So leave it on automatic. Auto motion plus setting, I always use it on automatic. Listen, guys, Samsung Q8FN has an excellent motion flow, and leaving it on automatic, you will not be disappointed. Trust me, especially for the anime. This looks really, really good if you leave it on automatic. Local dimming, I have it set to high because that's the whole idea why you have this TV, to take the advantage of that local dimming zones. Yes, they're aggressive local dimmings, but hey, they definitely help with the viewing angles and the contrast ratio. Guess what else helps with the contrast ratio? Contrast enhancer helps with the contrast ratio. And color tone, you guys know how I feel about the color tone. I like to have my tone of color in standard. I don't like it to be too blue. nor do I like it to be too warm. I like it to be standard. I like it to be in the middle, in between. Okay, I like it to be balanced so I can enjoy this beautiful anime color. All right, last but not least, we have the color space settings. You guys know I'll always keep my color space set to native. And this function is not available on the natural mode, so you cannot use the gamma. Same thing goes with the color space settings, but trust me, you don't want to mess with the gamma. You don't want to mess with the color space. Leave it at the balanced BT1886 for standard color gamut, and leave your color space setting at native so you can take the full advantage of that color gamut. And that's the settings I'm using pretty much, guys. That's it. You should give these settings a try. Let me know what you think. I'm not doing these settings to tell you that this is some holy grail, anime settings that you need to use. You should use nothing else but this, okay? I'm only sharing, guys. What this video is, it's me sharing my custom recipe. You guys want to try out my recipe? Well, there you have it. That's my recipe for the anime on the Samsung Q8FN. You asked me for that recipe? Well, now you have it. Go ahead and try it. Okay? And if you don't like it, remember, you can always go back to your original default settings. But it doesn't cost you anything to try it out. And I think you guys will enjoy it. Another great thing is about the Samsung, it also has a really good upscaling for chip that does the 4K upscaling really good here. So that also is going to help with bringing this 1080p anime content to fit the 8.3 million pixels. Obviously, the OLED is going to look better because it has the organic light emitting panel. All right. But I think what I have implemented here for the Samsung Q8FN, I think this is like the best I can do for me personally. And I don't think I can do anything better than what I just did here on these settings. I wish I could play this for you, but if I play it for you, I will get blocked, so I cannot play it. You'll just have to try it out. Remember, this works on Samsung Q8FN, Q9FN, Q7, Q6. I would also use these settings with the Samsung KS8000. It should work with the KS8000 as well. Because remember, we're not using HDR here. So what I just implemented here with my custom settings via natural preset, I think should work for Samsung KS8000 as well. So go ahead, give this a try. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I do these videos for you so you can try out these settings. If you don't like them, you don't have to use them, but I think you should at least give it a try. Alright, so by the way, this is from Hulu. I use Hulu as my main source of Japanese anime, and I think Hulu is the mecca of Japanese anime, especially now that they have signed a merger partnership deal with Funimation. I think right now the Hulu, it's honestly the mecca of Japanese anime. They have tons and tons of, like, over 5,000 Japanese animes. It's plenty of Japanese anime videos for you to watch. They have tons and tons of it. Well, there you go. I hope this video helps you out for Samsung Q8FN. I'll do a separate video for the OLED as well. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one though. Take care.